Moving on to my next guest, we have Anand Arkedo. Well, he's here to talk about his recent work and also the trending Panipali work that he has produced. Well, welcoming Anand to Kappa Prime Time. Hi.
Thank you.
So, how are you? How's life going?
Life's pretty good. It's busy. It's good.
Totally understand. After Panipali, probably കുറച്ചും കൂടി hectic ആയിട്ടുണ്ടാവും because that song was like a super duper hit, more than 1 crore ആയിട്ടുണ്ട് views, and we'd love to know more about you in person as well and also your work. So Anand Arkedo. So let me start with that. Quite curious to know because your name is Anand Sitaram, but you're known as Anand Arkedo. What does that have to do with your name, Arkedo?
Well, when it comes to music and all, it's very usual that you use aliases, just like how writers use it. And Arcado was it's a short form for art can do. It's
Okay.
so it's Arcado. So yeah, it just was a chance thing in when it happened. Like it was not a long thought and decided kind of a thing. It was more like, what about Arcade? And I was like, okay, fine. A friend of mine was like, bro, you should use an alias. I was like, okay. He was like, what about Arcade? I was like, okay, cool. Chill. That's it. Yeah.
Interesting. Now, let's start with Panipali. Panipali എന്ന് പറയുന്ന ഒരു പാട്ട് എനിക്ക് തോന്നുന്നു probably ലോക്ക്ഡൌൺ ടൈമിൽ ഭയങ്കരമായിട്ട് വൈറലായ ഒരു സോങ് ആണ് and people started doing ഒരു challenges ആയി മാറി എല്ലാം മാറി. But this song ഒരു back നോക്കുകയാണെങ്കിൽ Neeraj sang this song and gave it to you, just a song, it was a raw song and you gave it like life and എല്ലാം കൊടുത്തു എന്ന് വേണമെങ്കിൽ നമുക്ക് പറയാം. How was this work done? Music production എന്തായിരുന്നു സംഭവിച്ചത് behind the scene?
Basically, he sent me a demo. After that, we had long conversations about how we wanted to take it, and like what direction, what is the intention, what is the sounding that we're trying to achieve. We had long discussions. After that, I got to work, and the pretty much got it done. That's there isn't much about it other than that. Influences like the kind of music that let's say Neeraj had envisioned the track to be. അതൊക്കെ വെച്ചിട്ട് it was quite a journey. The song came out as it came, like it was not yeah it has a life എന്ന് പറയുന്ന പോലെ it just came out, it just happened as it happened.
എനിക്ക് ഡാഡോ പാടാൻ ആളില്ല മുറിയിൽ തനിച്ചാണ് കൂട്ടില്ല കണ്ണടച്ചാൽ ഉറക്കം വരണില്ല വാട്സാപ്പിൽ ആരും ലൈവല്ല ലൈറ്റ് അണച്ചാൽ ഇരട്ടത്ത് ചിലപ്പം അരികത്ത് വരുമോ ഭൂതം കട്ടിലിനടിയിൽ കേട്ടോ അനക്കം ഇന്നലത്തെ പടത്തിലെ പ്രേതം.
But did you ever think like while making this work ഇങ്ങനെ ഒരു ഔട്ട്പുട്ട് ആയിരിക്കും, people would take it like crazy അങ്ങനെയൊക്കെ ആലോചിച്ചിട്ടുണ്ടായിരുന്നു?
I did feel like this would be pretty successful, but Neeraj wasn't really sure when he put it out because but I had a feeling like this has that potential, but to this magnitude or to this volume was not expected by either of us. Something like 2M 3M, that was what I was expecting.
മുള്ളാൻ മനസ്സിൽ തുള്ളപ്പെട്ട മോഹം പുത മാറ്റാൻ മടിമടി വെള്ളം കുടിക്കാൻ ഒടുക്കത്തെ ദാഹം കഥകൊന്ന് തുറക്കാൻ പിടിപിടി സീലിംഗ് ഫാനിന്റെ ഒടുക്കത്തെ കറക്കം ചട്ടപ്പട്ട കാറ്റിലെ കൊല്ലവിളി കണ്ണടച്ചാൽ ചെവിയിലെ മുഴക്കം കീ 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 കൊതുകിന്റെ നിലവിളി യൂട്യൂബ് വീഡിയോസ് കണ്ടു മടുത്തു ഇനി എന്തു ചെയ്യും കണ്ടു വെറുത്തു പബ്ജിയിൽ പലവട്ടം വെടികൊണ്ട് മരിച്ചു ലൂഡോ കളിച്ചിട്ട് തൊട്ടു വെളുത്തു ചെരിഞ്ഞിട്ട് തിരിഞ്ഞിട്ട് തലകുത്തി മറിഞ്ഞിട്ട് വരുന്നില്ല ഉറക്കം തലയ്ക്കൊരു പെരുപ്പം എന്തൊരു വിധി ഇത് എന്തൊരു ഗതി ഇത് ആർക്കും വരുത്തില്ല പടച്ചവനെ.
So what made you think that it was the right time to associate with Neeraj, and how did you get connected with him for this particular song?
It was more, actually the other way around. He came to the song and he had connections with Space Marley, who did the video. We had connections with Space Marley because we have worked prior to this on several projects. That's how the connection happened. When Space Marley heard the song, he was like, Arcade is the guy who should do this. And then we got connected, Neeraj and I got connected. Neeraj had already completed the writing part of it even before he came into contact with me. എന്നിട്ട് he sent me the vocals and yeah, and it happened after.
And I also heard that ഈ പാട്ട് ചെയ്തു നീരജ് അയച്ചു എന്നുള്ളതാണ്, but you haven't met him yet, അല്ലേ?
No, I haven't met.
How do you feel about that? The song has gone so viral across the globe, and the people who actually made it couldn't meet each other. So, is it because of the lockdown, or are you all planning to meet someday?
It is because of the lockdown. We are planning to meet soon. Hopefully, lockdown ഒക്കെ ഒന്ന് കഴിഞ്ഞിട്ട്.
So, Anand, do you sing? Because
Yeah.
it's music. So, would you mind singing?
തെന്നൽ വന്നു കൊണ്ടുപോയെന്നെ നിന്നോർമ്മ തന്നിലോ വിണ്ണോരം കണ്ടു ഞാൻ നിന്റെ ചിത്രം നിൻ കൺപീലിയോ മായില്ലി മോഹം എന്നിൽ നിന്നോ മാഞ്ഞുപോയൊരാ സന്ധ്യയോ നിൻ ഗന്ധം തേടി ഞാൻ കൂടെ വന്നു നീ നെയ്യും പാതയിൽ കൺമണിയേ പോരൂ നിൻരാവിൻ താരമായിടാം.
So Anand, there is another song which was a major hit, Malayali Da എന്ന് പറയുന്ന ഒരു പാട്ട്. Again, another version from your side. So how was that made? And even that went viral for many reasons. People started loving that song as well. So ഈ ഒരു genre of songs selection, എന്താണ്? What is in your mind when you make this particular production?
മലയാളിയുടെ സ്റ്റോറി എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞു കഴിഞ്ഞാല് തിരുമാലി years back he was doing his sound engineering in Trivandrum. I'm in Trivandrum, and when he was doing that, doing his course over there, ഞങ്ങൾ ഇവിടെ ഒരു Trivandrum Rap Cypher എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞിട്ടൊരു സൈഫർ ഞങ്ങൾ ഓർഗനൈസ് ചെയ്തിരുന്നു. So it's അതിന്റെ സെറ്റിലാണ് I got to see him first, if I remember it. And then അതിനകത്ത് തന്നെ there was Earthgrime and Tirumali. There are two artists who were in the cypher. I made a track with them. Earthgrime had listened to what I had made. The track is called Tere Dagdo. But the music production part happened first. And Earthgrime happened to hear that beat, and he was like, okay, fine, we should do this. And he was like, Tirumali should also be a part of this. And that's how Tere Dagdo happened. And that is my first that's my first collaboration with Tirumali. Adinishesham Tirumali happened to write Malayalida, and he sent it over to me, and he was like, bro, namukku cheyanam. Yeah, it's like, and it happened like that. And when it comes to these production part of it, the mindset is like oro paatinu ande oru life undu parayunna pole, like according to what the song demands, exactly tailor made for that song aayittu music production cheyunna oru approach aanu ende. So that's how it happened. That's how Malayalida happened. We didn't expect it to go viral at all back then. It was just purely out of passion and interest that we did that.
മലയാളി എന്താടാ കേട്ടോ മലയാളി പുലിയാടാ ചുമ്മാ സട്ടക്കൂട്ടുണർന്നാൽ അടപടലം നിന്റെ കഥ കഴിയും പോടാ മലയാളി എന്താടാ കേട്ടോ മലയാളി പുലിയാടാ ചുമ്മാ സട്ടക്കൂട്ടുണർന്നാൽ അടപടലം നിന്റെ കഥ കഴിയും പോടാ.
ആനന്ദ്, കുറച്ചു പേർക്ക് ഇങ്ങനെ ഒരു ഡൗട്ട് ഉള്ള കാര്യമാണ്, മ്യൂസിക് പ്രൊഡക്ഷൻ എന്ന് പറയുന്ന ഏരിയ ഇസ് ഡിഫറെന്റ്, മ്യൂസിക് കമ്പോസിംഗ് ഇസ് പറയുന്ന വേരിയ ഇസ് എൻറ്റയർലി ഡിഫറെന്റ്. ബട്ട് വാട്ട് എക്സാക്ട്ലി ഇസ് ആ ഒരു മേജർ ഡിഫറൻസ് ആണ് രണ്ട് മ്യൂസിക് കമ്പോസിംഗ് ആൻഡ് മ്യൂസിക് പ്രൊഡക്ഷനിലും? Maybe you are the right person to answer that.
Yeah, I'll try to put it as simply as possible. Music composition in the പറയുമ്പോഴത്തേക്ക് it's more about just the tune. It's just the tune, just the melody. But when it comes to music production, it also pertains to the tones and the sounds that you actually use. Let's say if we look at songs from the 80s, let's say 80s, and നമ്മൾ അതേ സ്റ്റൈലിൽ ഇപ്പൊ റീക്രിയേറ്റ് ചെയ്യാൻ നോക്കിക്കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ, even if we, let's say, do a cover of it, it's entirely different sonically. കേൾക്കാനായിട്ട് it's very different. Tone selections, the sounds used and all are very, very different. So that's the primary difference between music composing and music production, because music production is putting it out sonically. Whatever has been composed adane sonical aayittu transform cheyidittu, like you make something that's not just the melody, that's not just the musical notes, it's also about the tones, sounds that you use, and a lot of it. That's the basic difference that I can
Wow, that's simple and that's more like understandable. Thank you so much. Well, Anand, you are a self-taught person when it comes to music production. But how did you get into music, and how long have you been, into the production side?
That would go back to 7 or 8 years when I started. Um, 7.5, 8 years when I started. That was when I was in school. I had a senior named Jay Surya. He's also a music producer. He is very much in the scene right now. But he was my senior back in school. He was already working on projects when I had not even started. And then I used to go to his plays and I used to see him make music, and I got interested. And yeah, that's how it started. And then he gave me the necessary first steps, first introduction to it. And rest happened as it happened.
What exactly inspires you, Anand, that you keep producing music which are like ഇപ്പോഴത്തെ ഒരു ജനറേഷൻ ഒത്തിരി ഇഷ്ടപ്പെടുന്ന ടൈപ്പിലേക്കുള്ള ഒരു ജോണറിലേക്ക് ചൂസ് ചെയ്യാനുള്ള what actually inspires you the most?
Music is expressed as far as I'm concerned, and even more than the listeners, it is something that is quintessential for me. Being someone who has എന്താ പറയുക overthinking ഒരു tendency ഉള്ള ആളായതുകൊണ്ട് തന്നെ it helps me a lot. It's the way I express my emotions, my thoughts. So it goes a long way, and the audience is also able to vibe to it, or let's say they are also able to understand the whole concepts and the idea and the emotion behind it, which is good, which is something that I enjoy doing. Yeah, that itself is the inspiration.
Are there any artists in the international level as well that that you draw inspiration from? If so, what sort of music do you inspire apart from the one which you do? Where ആരെങ്കിലും ഉണ്ടോ that you get inspiration from any other
I
artist?
literally listen to very wide range of music, and I am inspired by a very very wide range of music, which actually helps me to create such versatile ആയിട്ട് ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റുന്ന. It's very very helpful. Let's say I have a Carnatic background, so that's also there. And Western theory I've been teaching myself. I've been self-taught ആയിട്ട് ഞാൻ പഠിച്ചുകൊണ്ടിരിക്കുകയാണ് Western theory. So I listen to everything ranging from, let's say, rap to metal to rock to pop to Carnatic to whatever, folk. So it is this wide range of inspirations that actually helps me to create something new every time I get to this, rather than the something innovative ആയിട്ട് ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റുന്നതിന് അത് തന്നെയാണ് enable ചെയ്യുന്നത്.
Now, working with Tirumali, എന്താണ് ആ ഒരു excitement working with him? Because people have different vibes. So how do you feel when you work with him? What connection do you have with him?
Tirumali, എന്ന് പറയുമ്പോൾ we have long phone calls. Since he moved back to Kottayam, we haven't been able to meet as frequently or anything. We have phone calls and stuff. The connection with Tirumali എന്ന് പറയുമ്പോൾ he's a pretty nice dude. He's one of the artists with a ഒരു clear idea about what he's doing. So musical conversations actually are very meaningful when I'm talking with him. Yeah, it's a very interesting relationship. ഞങ്ങൾ പിന്നെ അല്ലാതെ ലൈവ് ഒക്കെ പോയിട്ടുണ്ട് പാലക്കാടും ഒക്കെ ആയിട്ട്. ഞങ്ങൾ we have gone for lives. So live shows also are very very interesting if he's around. He's a very fun guy, chill guy to be around. Yeah, and very humble.
അന്തി മയങ്ങുമ്പോൾ അന്തിക്കള്ളു മോന്തി അമ്പലത്തിൽ പോയി കുറി തൊട്ടു വണങ്ങി കുംഭസാരം ചൊല്ലും പൊന്നുമലയാളി നിനക്ക് നീ തന്നെയാണ് എതിരാളി മാമല നാട് മലയാളം നാട് മാവേലി വാണൊരു നാട് മുണ്ടു മടക്കി മീശ പിരിച്ച് ചങ്കു വിരിച്ചൊരു പോക്ക്.
Rap song, ഒരു ട്രെൻഡ് മലയാളം ഇൻഡസ്ട്രിയിൽ ഇപ്പൊ എങ്ങനെയാണ്? ഹൗ ഡു യു സീ ദാറ്റ്? ബിക്കോസ് യു ജസ്റ്റ് കംപ്ലീറ്റഡ് യുവർ ഗ്രാജുവേഷൻ. അപ്പം കോളേജ് ലൈഫിൽ തന്നെ അറിയാൻ പറ്റും ആ ഒരു വൈബ് എത്രത്തോളം ഉണ്ടെന്ന്. വാട്ട് ഡു യു തിങ്ക് അബൌട്ട് മലയാളം ആൾക്കാർ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ നമ്മുടെ ഇൻഡസ്ട്രി എത്രത്തോളമാണ് അതിന് വെൽക്കമിങ് ചെയ്യുന്നത്?
It is slow in a way, but ഇപ്പൊ ഈ പറഞ്ഞ പോലെ 2010s ഒക്കെ ആയപ്പോഴത്തേക്ക് റാപ്പ് ആൻഡ് ഓർ ലെറ്റ്സ് സേ I'd rather prefer to call it hip hop as such. Hip hop as a music genre, ഒരു culture item, it came over rock as the most popular genre worldwide. അപ്പോൾ I guess the movement has its waves. It will have its influences around the globe, and that's what we are seeing. Other കഴിഞ്ഞിട്ട് we saw Hindi rap scene, Hindi hip hop scene evolve a lot. Now we are seeing that in the regional languages also, and soon Malayalam hip hop also would be as popular as the mainstream music. എന്നാണ് എനിക്ക് that's how I envision it. Even as on par with the film music, films based music, which is predominant in our culture over independent music. പക്ഷേ if we see in the last few years, നമ്മുടെ trends analyze ചെയ്യുകയാണെന്നുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ independent music has been becoming more and more popular. So I expect that I expect that trend to go on.
Understood. Now, personal question ആണ്, because ഒരു degree student ആയിരിക്കുന്ന സമയത്ത് തന്നെ you started music production. So now music production is not something that you create out of nothing, but it is all about equipment and software. So ആദ്യത്തെ ഒരു first set of equipment, do you remember or recall who bought that for you? Did you buy it yourself? And which was the one that you used first?
When I started out, I didn't have pretty much any equipment that can be remarked like that. I had a Philips headphones, some 250-500 rupees headphones, and then I had a laptop, which was my dad's, like the family laptop, we call it that. Just minimum specs ulla oru 1 TB oru RAM ulla oru laptop, and then desktop speakers, the old ones. That's how I started out. And even now, after all this while, it's not in the gear, it's all in the ear. The equipment that I have in I have a MIDI keyboard, I have headphones, studio headphones, which are far better than the Philips ones that I had back then. Then I still music create, it's in the old നമ്മുടെ കാസറ്റ് റെക്കോർഡറിന്റെ സ്പീക്കറിലാണ് ഞാൻ എപ്പോഴും ചെയ്യുന്നത്. ഇറ്റ്സ് സംതിങ് the sounding of which I really like. And then there is this sound card Scarlett 2i2. That's pretty much the equipment that I'm using at this point. All this would not even cost that much. So all that has been personally the answer thaneyana, barring the cassette recorder, of course, because it is older than me.
Oh, interesting. Well, you said you have a classical background. So, ചെറുപ്പം മുതലേ പഠിക്കാൻ തുടങ്ങിയതാണോ? Out of interest, or did somebody pressurize you to go and learn?
It was I joined back in the fifth or sixth grade lana started. It went up to my 10th grade. When I started out, definitely it was too early for me to develop my interests and choose it. But I am really lucky to have been going for that, and our choice especially that the guru was Munia Ravi Johnny and Narendra sir. Like, I am really grateful for having to have had an opportunity to attend classes with him, because he ഒരു വഴിക്ക് പറഞ്ഞു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ that laid the foundation for this entire thing എന്ന് വേണമെങ്കിൽ പറയാം. Because he back then itself, he used to give me exercises where I had to compose my whatever exercises rather than just sing whatever has been ചിട്ടപ്പെടുത്തി വെച്ചിരിക്കുന്നത് പാടുന്നതിനുപരി. He encouraged me to create my own stuff. So yeah, that goes a long way. Maybe that laid the foundation. That played a role, definitely. And yeah, and it stopped when I got into +1 and all, because he had to move back to his native place. അങ്ങനെ അതിനുശേഷം he has been coming down to Trivandrum like once or twice in a year. അപ്പൊ ഞങ്ങൾ just meet ചെയ്തിട്ട് sometimes we have a session where we just sing together.
Super. And have you ever tried to mix two genres, like classicalum hip hopum kuda mix ചെയ്ത് എന്തെങ്കിലും fusion ആയിട്ടുള്ള ഇത് ഇറക്കണം എന്നുള്ള പ്ലാനിങ് ഉണ്ടോ, or have you done that? How's it?
Mixing of genres limit ചെയ്യരുതെന്ന് തന്നെയാണ്. That has been my fundamental എന്താ പറയാ ഒരു റൂള് പോലെ, we call it that, while creating music production. As I said, ഓരോ genre എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞിട്ട് തിരിച്ചിട്ട് this is what it fits അങ്ങനെ വിചാരിക്കുന്നതിനേക്കാളും each song what it demands, that's what I try to give. And I have tracks coming up. I have tracks, metal tracks, Carnatic infused hip hop tracks, a lot of it coming out. Yeah, there is a lot coming out. എന്നിട്ട് പിന്നെ ഇതിനിടയ്ക്ക് ഒരു ഫീച്ചർ ഫിലിം ചെയ്തിരുന്നു, ട്രാൻസിഷൻസ് എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞിട്ട്. അവാർഡ് ഫിലിം ആയിരുന്നു. അപ്പൊ അതിനകത്ത് ഇപ്പൊ let's say there is a rap song that we used as intro. അതിനകത്ത് if we look at it, there is a lot of Carnatic influence എന്ന് വേണമെങ്കിൽ നമുക്ക് പറയാവുന്ന രീതിയിൽ പെർക്കഷൻ ഒക്കെ ഇന്ത്യൻ പെർക്കഷൻ ഒക്കെ ഒത്തിരി യൂസ് ചെയ്തിട്ടുണ്ട്. It will more and more it will come out in the future releases. With every release I try to give it a new lease of life, which means I'll be experimenting more and more with each coming track, which means new stuff is about to happen.
Interesting. And coming back to Panipali again, ആ ഒരു വർക്ക് ചെയ്യുന്ന സമയത്ത് എത്ര പ്രാവശ്യമാണ് you have done corrections or rather rework ചെയ്യേണ്ടി വന്നിട്ടുണ്ടോ for any song for the reason?
Panipali was straight up on the point because when I
Okay.
first made something that I didn't vibe with it. Adinashesham I made something and then bang on the point, on like it was like on target pole. Adinashesham we haven't made many changes, just minor adjustments here and there. That's pretty much it. Alada, like the whole musical vision wise, there wasn't many revisions, if we can call it that. Like just it just came out like that, and Neeraj also liked it a lot when I sent it over to him. So yes.
അരികിൽ വാ മൈ ജ്യൂസി ബോയ് എൻ കരിമ്പിന്റെ കനിയെ ഇളനീർ കൊണ്ടമേ തഴുകിയുറക്കം തടവിയുറക്കം രാരീരാരം പാടിയുറക്കം യക്ഷിയെങ്കിൽ യക്ഷി പുല്ല് ഒറ്റ കാര്യം പറയട്ടെ നില്ല് കൊല്ലുന്നെങ്കിൽ ഉറക്കിയിട്ട് കൊല്ല് അങ്ങനെയല്ല ഉറങ്ങിയിട്ട് ചാവ ആയോ പണിപാളിലോ രാരീരാരം പാടിയുറക്കാൻ യക്ഷി വന്നല്ലോ ആയോ പണിപാളിലോ യക്ഷി 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 വന്നല്ലോ.
Okay, so you have done BGMs, you've done for short films and documentaries as well. Recently, you did a film as well. So, how's it working right now? What's your next plan? Anything in the pipeline?
Right now, it's I have a lot of personal releases coming up. Personal releases as in my songs. I have an album which I've been working from 2017, which I've not been able to release till now because of adding new songs then and again, updating the track list. And I have a lot of releases coming up. If I like go on counting, it will be over 50 tracks that I have actually completed and have not put out. So അതൊക്കെ ഓരോന്ന് റിലീസ് ചെയ്യുക എന്നുള്ളതാണ്. As of now, plans are mostly independent music rather than short films and documentaries at this point. Opportunities വരുമ്പോൾ it depends. It may vary, but the primary focus right now is independent music.
Super. So anyways, Anand, it was really nice having a chat with you, and we are wishing you all the very best. Looking forward for more exciting works. So thank you so much and stay safe.
Thank you.
Well, we are going to wind up today's episode of Kaba Prime Time. We'll be coming back with yet another set of guests till we meet again. It's Cynthia signing off. Bye-bye.